Well, hello there and good afternoon. Thank you for staying with News Desk. My name is Kelvin Nyakundi. And now on to matters business, where the National Treasury Permanent Secretary Chris Kipto has said that the 2025 economic outlook appears positive and Kenyans are expected to soon experience the benefits of government fiscal measures. Now speaking at St. Patrick's High School in Etain in the county of Elgeyo Marakwet, Dr. Kipto outlined stringent measures that have already alleviated the cost of living, notably reflected in a substantial drop in retail prices.
We have stabilized the economy and things look much better. In my view, the worst is over and the future looks brighter. You can see this by the evidence that's available, the macroeconomic statistics available. Our GDP remains resilient. We have an average growth rate of 5%. I think last year, because of the Gen Z problem that we had, the economy slammed a bit. We registered about 4.6% of GDP. But if you look at the average of the last 5 years, it's about 5%. And next year, we're projecting another 5%. We expect over the medium term to do up to 7%. A GDP growth rate of that much is good compared to the world average, which is around 3%, and even for sub-Saharan Africa, which is around 2.7%. Inflation was highest in 2022 around October. It was at 9.6%. Today, it's at 3%, 3.3%. And you can see in the commodity prices, petrol prices are now sold at around 170 shillings per liter. Sugar and wheat and other commodities, you can check. There is actually we have addressed the cost of living.
Now, HQ Kenya House has officially opened at Tatu City, marking the second global outlet for the US-based brand. The opening event featured renowned actor and producer Omari Hardwick and brought together top entrepreneurs, creatives and business leaders for an evening of culture and collaboration. Now, HQ Kenya House will be a hub for innovation, networking and global business excellence, bridging Africa and the world.
In DC, John and Mike, his brother, have created a privatized event space, a place where people can bring all of their dreams. They can bring their love. They can lead with love when they're inside with each other. They can have a libation or two, get tipsy if they want, watch some entertainment, smile a lot, laugh a lot, and love again even more. And so it's amazing to bring that to Kenya, for him to want me to be a part of it going forward. Just amazing.
Just in the building behind us here, there's 5,000 young Kenyans working 24/7, serving clients, mainly American clients around the world. We have thousands of apartments and many businesses, over 100 businesses here at Tatu City. So you're just going to see more and more progress of an entirely new city developing on Nairobi's doorstep.
Now, discussions on innovation and sustainability in agriculture, health, fintech and manufacturing as investors met in Nairobi to discuss investment options. Now, speaking at the event, Peter Mutinda, who is the president of the Africa, Asia, Middle East Chamber of Commerce, emphasized the need for smoother investment processes in Kenya, urging the government to cut bureaucracy and foster economic stability.
Interacting. The DNA story.
And to the locals, we're also saying, under the regulations, don't take advantage of them. Don't make it very difficult to get approval to operate from here. Stop the language of kickbacks. When you walk to which offices and you're looking for what approvals, they run away to the neighboring countries. Yeah. So our quest and our request is that we look into both sides and have a long-term view of things. Yeah, then can it be sustainable? Because if we do a transaction with you today and tomorrow you realize I duped you, I took advantage of you, what happens? You are going to, cut away that kind of transaction or engagement. Yeah.
So we are hoping that we are bringing the correct products that can promote in the country and overall from here and also to other part of Africa. And we are quite sure that our products can actually help the farmer and also the farming industry, especially for the improve on the yield, increase of the absorption, and generally we hope to help farmer get better life by improve their yield, so get more money and getting something that can be more safe and also more sustainable for the industry.
Now, Kenya is planning to build a new airport, according to the Cabinet Secretary in charge of Transport, Davis Chirchir. Now, the CS announced this when they were signing the JKIA Customer Service Charter, a tool that will help streamline operations within the airport. KTN's Nwakip Kemboy divulged with further details.
It's handling more capacity than it was initially built for. And now talking to the Cabinet Secretary for Transport, he says that there are new plans to build a new airport after the failed PIP with the Adani Group.
We really need to up our game. We are working after the failure of the PIP framework to operate our airport and to build a new airport. We sit on an airport that got burnt in 2014, and part of our airport is really roofed on tents that you have witnessed occasional leaking when there are heavy rains and storms. In a short while, the building of a new airport is active, an active agenda at Cabinet. We are looking at policies on investments which can support themselves as a business, really being able to do more of PPP as opposed to building on a social capital on our balance sheet. The JKIA Service Charter has been developed collaboratively by agencies operating at our airports, guided by the principles of synergy, collaboration, and coordination. It seeks to streamline governance structures and establish clear escalation mechanisms and provide robust framework for monitoring and evaluation. These measures will ensure that all government ministries and departments operating at our airports work seamlessly together to deliver world-class services.
This particular charter is to bring operational efficiency within the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, avoiding a situation of different departments working in silos. Nwakip Kemboy, KTN, JKIA, Nairobi.
Right now, Kenya's fisheries sector is a vital pillar of the economy, contributing 0.5% to the national GDP and about 2% to export earnings, according to the Kenya National Bureau of Statistics 2024 Economic Survey. Now, the industry directly supports 14,000 fishermen with over 150,000 people depending on fisheries for their livelihoods. However, marine artisanal fishing communities along the coastline are facing a major setback, massive post-harvest losses that threaten sustainability and economic viability. Despite marine fisheries accounting for 11% of Kenya's total fish production, nearly 30% of the daily catch is lost due to inadequate storage and processing facilities. Our reporter Levis Musumba visits Kilifi Old Ferry fish landing site and highlights how fishermen and traders are grappling with these losses and exploring possible solutions.
The salty ocean breeze carries the distinct scent of fresh fish as boats return from a long night at sea. On shore, fish traders sit patiently, their eyes fixed on the horizon, waiting for the catch to arrive. For Kisao Jefa, a fisherman in Kilifi for 45 years, the challenges have only worsened. Erratic weather patterns and the lack of proper cold storage facilities result in massive losses, with hundreds of kilos of fish spoiling daily.
Kama kuna wakati moja nilipata hii kingfish wakaharibika kama kilo 700, nikapata tuna wakaharibika kama tani moja.
With his 2 boats, Kisao lands 3 tons of fish daily, yet 100 kilograms is lost to spoilage. The financial impact is staggering. Between January and March 2025, he earned 191,000 Kenyan shillings. But by October to December 2024, his income dropped to 150,000 due to these losses.
Lakini utapata ukiwa umempata samaki, halafu hakuna hiyo mambo na ice, ukimuuza unamuuza ile bei ya reja ili aende tu aishe, akutoke ili usipate ile hasara ya kuoza. Hasa hapo ndo unapata kwa bei duni.
Beyond the fishermen, traders also bear the brunt of post-harvest losses. Rukia Pamba, a 53-year-old fish trader from Kisumundogo village in Kilifi, has been in the business for 21 years. She started with a capital of 700 Kenyan shillings, growing it into a thriving trade that earns her 10,000 Kenyan shillings daily. Yet, she struggles with an erratic fish supply and managing losses that come with poor fish handling and lack of cold storage facility.
Hakuna mahali pa kuhifadhi samaki. Hilo ndio tatizo. Samaki unabakia sasa unauza yani kiholela holela, unasafirisha, unazungusha, pengine unapeleka Kaloleni, Ganze, Chonyi, Mombasa. Unaenda zungusha wewe mpaka dakika za mwisho, unarudi wapi? Unarudi hapa usema kwamba nimekosa soko.
According to the Kenya Marine and Fisheries Research Institute, KEMFRI, post-harvest losses cost the industry over 3 billion Kenyan shillings annually. Experts cite poor storage and limited market access as the biggest contributors.
Sasa tukisema kiwango chenye tumepoteza kwa mwezi, kama tani 30 kwa mwezi tumepoteza za samaki. Manake wanakuja samaki mnauza kidogo kama tani 2, wale wengine wote wanaharibika.
Kenya's marine fish production in 2022 was 37,494 metric tons, valued at 10.3 billion Kenyan shillings. Kilifi contributed 9,306 metric tons, worth 3.4 billion Kenyan shillings. To address this crisis, the Kenya Marine and Fisheries Socio-Economic Development Project, KEMSED, is constructing a first-ever cold storage and ice plant at Kilifi Old Ferry landing site. The facility aims to reduce spoilage, double fish landing and storage capacity, and boost revenue for local communities.
Na ukifaulu vizuri, utatusaidia kwa hali kubwa. Kwa sababu samaki wakitoka baharini, unasafisha, unaweka barafu, ukipata wanunuzi hapo hapo utauza ishe. Ukikosa ndio ile unaweka, kesho yake unauza tena.
As Kilifi moves towards unlocking the blue economy's full potential, collaboration between government agencies, fishermen and traders will be key in ensuring sustainable fishing practices and thriving marine economy. Levis Msumba, KTN.
All right, we've come to the end of business this afternoon. My name is Kelvin Nyakundi. Jeff Mogira is coming up next with the latest in the world of sports.